This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the Hogs red corner, he weighed in at 167 pounds. Fights out of Team Katona in Sevierville, Tennessee. And tonight he is making his MMA debut. Put your hands together for Roi, the Hitman Hammer Ibanez. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the OEB blue corner. He weighed in at 165 pounds. Fights out of D3 Team Elite in Johnson City, Tennessee. And tonight he is making his MMA debut. Put your hands together for Ivan Mendez. Your referee when the action begins.
Here we go.
Jimmy Neely, our referee in this welterweight amateur MMA bout, 3 3-minute rounds. Roi Ibanez in the dark gray trunks and Ivan Mendez in the black, red, and gray.
Go. Ibanez right out of the gate here.
Started off some kicks, see
Oh,
distance. There's
Ibanez
some hands.
dropped by
Heavy hands.
Takedown by Mendez.
About to say Roy had the hands down and he paid for it.
We got Mendez. He's wanting to throw hands, and you got Ibanez that the hammer. Let's see what happens.
Well, Ibanez came out with that left hand down.
Yeah.
Kind of scrambling hard. Mendez
Look at that.
laid one on his chin, stumbled him a little bit. Now they're back in the center of the cage.
Casey, hands down, chin up. Not a good combo, right?
No, absolutely not.
Depends on who you're talking to. I've enjoyed it. See what he has to do now. They need to get hip to hip because you're gonna catch knees doing that, just like that.
Right.
You got to go hip to hip when you get clinched.
Mendez looking good off the break there with those hands.
Good kicks, good side kicks. Those are technically taekwondo kicks.
I'll tell you, this jockeying for position here, it takes a lot of energy.
It
can take its toll.
Exactly.
And so, especially 2 debuts, I'm sure that adrenaline is going crazy for these two. So I'm anxious to see how long they can keep this grind up.
Absolutely. The cardio, the adrenaline, your endorphins, everything just going crazy.
They separate back to the middle of the cage, just past the midway point of round number 1 here at Valor Fights 36 in Gatlinburg.
We can already see that I believe that the hands of Mendez are superior. Ibanez more of a, like you mentioned, like a taekwondo kind of a striker. And then it seems to be about 50-50 here in the clinch.
Mendez is a tough cat. We'll see if he can pull off that win. He has an arm-in guillotine right now.
Arm-in guillotine looking for the tap right here.
I think he got it.
Is it enough?
He's got a Uriah Faber choke right now, and
Ibanez
it goes
able to shrug it off. He's still underneath though.
That's good. He pops his head out. It's back to standing.
Some nice work there as Ibanez got out of trouble as he was in danger there. A couple knees.
Ben, you know this. You attack that guillotine, you squeeze with all your life. That can blow out those biceps, right?
Yes, but when you here goes the judo throw. That judo throw failed. But when you get the guillotine, people underestimate how you're supposed to use the guillotine. You're supposed to ease into the guillotine. You don't force it.
Big shots by Mendez.
It
looked like he was in a tough spot, and then all of a sudden Ibanez ends up on top.
Yeah,
it's a crazy scramble
Mendez's
here.
Guard, he has an open guard right now. He needs to close that up. In my opinion, he needs to close it up, which he just did.
And that's the end of round number 1. All right, guys. How would you guys score this? Who won that first round?
And it's very close. I'm going to give it to Mendez because he clipped Ibanez. It was the only significant thing that I saw, and the guillotine attack. And again, it's very subtle. I mean, it could have gone either way, but me personally, I'm going to go ahead and give it to Mendez. I think he was more sturdy and solid in the round.
Being active is very important, which Casey Oxidine said, but also technically the other guy had takedowns. That's what's scary about letting these fights go to the decision. You really never know what the judges are looking at. He has takedowns. The other guy has effectiveness.
And nobody really controlled on the ground. It was like
it's
flip-floppy,
just
back
flip-flop.
and
Right,
forth,
yeah.
you know.
Our judges here tonight, James Louse, Justin Brown, Thomas Brooks, fighting under the weather. Thomas feels better. And, of course, the referee, Jimmy Neely, starts round number 2. 3.
Let's get it. Let's bang it out, fellas.
Mendez back in there,
Head
catches that kick.
Yeah.
Mendez with the red in his trunks, and
He's a
Ibanez
head
in the
hunter.
gray.
He's going for a head again, choking the head. He loves those.
The
He
guillotine.
might have this. He has the arm out this time.
Nice scramble there by
Yeah.
Ibanez to negate the guillotine attack of Mendez.
Ibanez has done that a couple of times.
Absolutely.
You need to separate the blood is really rushing through the arms right now. You need to separate as much as you can.
Oh, wow.
And
Low blow there.
Yep. It was a knee, I believe, from Roy in the dark gray trunks, and Mendez will get 5 minutes.
You know, both of these fighters, very green, very new to the sport of mixed martial arts. It makes it exciting, though, because, you know, there are a lot of scrambles, back and forth action. It makes it exciting for the fans, especially in the second fight here of the night.
How long do you think this is going to take for him getting hit in the groin? I'm going to go get some nachos and cheese. I'm just joking, fellas.
The 5 minutes is the max.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
And guys often don't take the 5 minutes, right?
Right. It just depends, man. You know, I will say this, though. First fight of your career, that adrenaline's pumping. You're starting to fatigue. If I get the break of a low blow, I'm going to take that 5 minutes.
Take deep breaths, too.
But when you know, when you take the 5 minutes, if your opponent's gassing, it gives him 5 minutes to rest as well.
Absolutely.
And you got to keep that in mind.
And back to your entertainment point, sometimes when the techniques aren't there, it sort of adds to the entertainment because guys are just free-flowing. They're just winging it. They're just on adrenaline.
Well, and, you know, you talk about tough man contests. I mean, those things went for years and years, and it was there were contests between fighters that had absolutely no skill, but vastly entertaining. Of course, these fighters much more skilled than that, but
Absolutely.
it's just the idea.
That's
Scrappy.
Casey Oxendine. I'm Ben Sargent, active undefeated pro MMA fighter here in Valor Fights. It's Valor Fights 36. We've got a low blow stoppage, and Roi Ibanez is taking his time. And excuse me, Mendez. Mendez was the recipient of that low blow, Ivan Mendez. And so he gets 5 minutes and looks like he is ready to go.
Yeah, he's ready to rock.
Let's get it, fellas.
Jimmy Neely
Yeah.
restarts. Here we go.
I want to see a banger.
Mendez charged in.
Wow,
Nice.
big shots there by Ivan Mendez. This
Could
could be the end.
Bang it. Keep him swinging. It's
And
a
now
scratch.
Ibanez on
it's
top.
a dog fight.
What a turnaround as Ibanez looked like he was on the brink. They got a takedown and started raining
I
down.
thought the fight was over.
Casey,
and then-
how there was actually just a growing strike again.
To Mendez?
Ibanez hit another growing strike. I just saw it, and the corner of Long got mad. They were pretty
Yeah,
upset. They
they're
yelled.
Mendez.
going nuts.
But
over
this,
there.
nonetheless, is a dogfight still. They're getting tired.
Oh,
They're
here we
sweaty.
go.
Here's
Big
the
shots
hands.
for Ibanez.
The fight is getting ready to get stopped. In my opinion,
Quicker
if
hook with the
he-
amateurs.
This could be the end right here
he
for
needs to pass the
Ibanez.
legs. Position before submission, before anything else.
Oh, here we
Now,
go. Rear naked choke.
That's it.
And it's a done deal.
And it's a dog fight.
What an entertaining fight here. The first mixed martial arts bout of Valor Fights 36.
And he leans like a cholo. He's got it.
So much fun.
Ivan Mendez wins his amateur MMA debut.
Absolutely.
Second round rear naked choke win. Boy, you guys were all over that when he went for that choke.
Oh, I loved it. I'm feeding off Casey. He enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as much as he did.
Take it in and spit it back out, man. We're in for a long night of fun and
Absolutely.
action here.
It was an interesting decision, though, because he was raining down shots. He looked like he had the advantage, and then he pounced on the opportunity to go for the neck. He's done with this. Let's go for the
Well,
win.
that's honestly what you learn from fighting. This is his first fight. He's going to learn that, and he's going to learn in practice, hopefully, if he has a good camp. good training school, coaches to pass the legs and rain down punches instead of just scrapping.
Yeah.
It's going to be a technical chaos, as I like to call it. So.
All right, let's get the announcement of our winner. Back to the cage, and here's Jennifer.
Your referee stops this bout at 1 minute and 52 seconds into the second round for your winner via rear naked choke. Out of the OEB blue corner, Ivan Mendez.